Hi guys, in today's tutorial I'll be teaching us how to make this two-in-one sleeve. I suppose most of us should know how to make a pencil dress. This dress has a yoke, but our attention today is on the sleeve. Just before I comment the tutorial, kindly subscribe to us on all our social media handles on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Pinterest. Just search for Welala and then you can follow us for more sewing tips and DIY. So let's get started. Now this sleeve is a two-in-one sleeve. Okay, there's the lower part which is two, and then the one on top is the one made with Ankara fabric. So for the two, you're going to be drafting out a basic sleeve pattern, and I've done this tutorial previously, so I'll be dropping the link in the description box. Okay, so this is my basic sleeve and I'll be cutting the pattern on my tool. So you add 1 inch seam allowance to the side, ½ inch to the sleeve head there, and then ½ inch at the wrist opening. Now to cut the upper part or the second part of the sleeve, okay, I'll be placing my basic bodice pattern on another pattern paper like this, and you can see that I left a margin. So first thing I'm going to, so you are going to trace out. Okay, before we trace out, you're going to come down from the sleeve head with about 3 or 4 inches or 3.5 inch. As you can see from the picture, you can see that the second part of the sleeve started about 3 or 4 inches from the sleeve head. So I'm going to square a line across. I'm squaring a line across like that. Okay, then next thing is I'm going to draw an horizontal line from that point there. Now, if you also notice, the second part of the sleeve is gathered at the top. So I have 4 inches here. Now I'm going to double or triple that value. Okay, so what I have here is not up to ×3, it's about 11. ×3 is 12. So this is 4. So I'll double it, that's 4. Then if I'm to triple it, I'm supposed to have 4. But I have 1 inch, less, but it's fine. Okay. Then I'll just trace out the armhole like that, and then this side there. Okay, so it's a two-in-one sleeve. It looks a bit tricky, but it's actually simple. Just follow me. So I'm cutting like so. Then I'm gonna cut, all the way there. Then don't forget that the lower part too is going to be cut on fold. So I don't want to destroy my basic bodice pattern. My basic sleeve pattern, I beg your pardon. So I folded the top parts. Okay, so here. So the second sleeve now is going to be cut with Ankara fabric, and then don't forget to cut on fold. Okay, now we're still going to adjust the pattern a little bit. Now if you notice, the side seam on the Ankara fabric, is slightly shorter than the tool. Okay, so we're going to create like a slight curve on this pattern before we go ahead to transfer it on our fabric. Okay, so you can see the direction of my curve, the way I'm demonstrating with my hands. So now I'm going to use my curved ruler, my French curve, to create that curve. Okay, so let me use a bigger curve, which is my pattern master, like so. Then I'll just link it like that. So I will cut off that unwanted parts. Okay, so if you're still confused, you can go ahead and look at the picture again. Okay, it's a double, like a two-in-one sleeve. So I'm going to trim off the excess I have there. Then I will go ahead to transfer both patterns to my fabric. Meanwhile, I already transferred the basic sleeve to my tool, so this one will be transferred to my Ankara fabric. So I'll be adding ½ inch or say 1 inch at the top there because of the elastic we'll be adding, and then the armhole curve there will be ½ inch. Okay, so this is the fabric here. I added 1 inch at the lower parts, 1 inch at the side, ½ inch at the armhole, and 1 inch at the top. Okay, so first step, I'll go ahead and roll here down like so. You should pin it first, then you cut on an elastic. Okay, so the elastic should be 8 inches. You remember the basic bodice pattern when we measured? Yeah, this part here, it was 4 we measured. So your elastic shouldn't be less than 8. In fact, if you want a better grip, you should do probably 7. Okay, but definitely not too tight, so it's not pulling the tool underneath. So this is my elastic here. Okay, so I'm going to gather top part of the elastic. So this is one tip. After stretching the elastic, most likely the fabric might still be longer, so you might need to create like tiny pleats while you spread the elastic on the dress. Okay, so I'm just sewing like so. This is the top part here. This is the part I'll be attaching to the tool. Okay, yeah, so I'm done sewing. Okay, so now I will go ahead and place this now on the tool. And don't forget, this is going to be placed 3 inches below the sleeve head on the tool. Okay, the tool is the first layer while the Ankara fabric is the second layer. So this is my tool here. Okay, so we're actually going to place it 3.5 inches below the sleeve head because of the 1/2 inch seam allowance at the top. Okay, so I'm going to place this on the tool. Okay, I'm going to sew it. So let me just show us how to place it on the fabric. So this is it here. This is a 3.5 inch. So I will place it upside down like this. This is the right side of my tool. So I'll place it like this and stitch it down. And the stitch is going to be after the elastic, not on the elastic now, after the elastic. Okay, so that you have enough space to top stitch. Okay, so I have stitched that to the tool there. Okay, so let me just show us. This is it here. I've already stitched it to the tool, and then you should top stitch. Okay, let me just, yeah, this is it here. So after sewing, you should still top stitch to the net so that, you know, the seam allowance will not be sticking out. Okay, and then the armhole should match there. It should match here. So you're just going to pin, and I've already done the hemming for the lower part of the Ankara fabric. So the next step now will be to add elastic to the midpoint of the Ankara fabric. Okay, we'll be adding an elastic, and it's going to gather that point there. Okay, so the first thing to do is you're going to measure the remaining length of the sleeve and then divide it into 2, and then measure the horizontal measurement. Okay, so this is about 20, so midway is 10. Then I'll measure the horizontal measurement. This is 14 with seam allowance, obviously. Okay, so now I'm going to cut out on an elastic. The elastic shouldn't be more than 14 inch. It could be 13 inches. So I will take my elastic. Okay, preferably you should use the 1 inch one. Okay, and then you are going to sew the elastic to the sleeve like so. So it's going to gather the sleeve. Okay, so you should pin and then sew gently. Okay, so now that I've done that, okay, this is what it's going to look like so. So the last stage, obviously you must have made your dress. Okay, you're just going to sew the side seams together and then attach it to the armhole of your dress. Okay, and then before you start sewing, you should pin the tool and the Ankara fabric together. Okay, so that you have a proper alignment. So I'm just pinning both sides like so. So you just fold like I said, and then sew your 1 inch side seam allowance. So now I'll just attach it to a dress on my mannequin for us to have a view. So this is what it looks like. You can see the 2-in-1 sleeve. It's so lovely, and it's an unusual sleeve, you know, from the normal ones that are so common. Okay, this is so lovely. So thank you for watching. Please encourage us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, share this video, like and comment. Thank you so much. Bye.